Hello, friends. Chris Kelly here. Hey, it's that time of the week. Let's take a look at what's going on in our market. Let's just look at some data, talk about why things are the way they are. And my post is going to be titled Think Again. If you think the market's going to go down or you think the market's going to crash, think again. And I'll show you why I think that. All right, so let's minimize me. New listings up, very good. I'm going to show you beginning of April versus this. I've got another graphic from the RMLS that I'll put up here in a minute and post when I post this. But, solds are still down. So this number isn't changing yet. This number's coming up some, which presumably should translate to this number coming up some. We'll see. And what I say, looking back to the April number, it was not hardly any different than this, though there were a lot less listings and less pending sales. So it looks like more's happening, which should translate to more solds going forward. Again, this right here, the velocity of the market is humming. This disparity between median and average, I think I might have mentioned this last week. That means that there are more listings out there that are stragglers, that are screwing up the average, that are staying on the market. But in general, of the houses that are selling, they're selling quick, 8 days. And this is interesting, and this is what I mean about price. Median sales price is $574, $662 average. Look at this time last year. This was pretty much the apex or awful close to it of the crazy market that we had where prices kind of got maxed. Well, gosh, we're there. So prices dipped and they've come back. And that is demonstrable right here. Here, just for sake of comparison, let's look at, here's April. The beginning of last month, like I said, the actual solds didn't change that much. There were a lot less listings. Not really much different here either. So, there's more coming to market right now that'll translate into more pendings and it'll translate into more sales. The market was a little slower, still not slow, but look at what pricing's done. That's a pretty decent change. That's $50,000, almost $50,000. And that's, $70,000, $65,000 on the average. So that's moved a whole bunch in just a month and a half. Why would that? Oh, here, let's, while we're on it, let's look at so this is the overall graphic of all of the month of April in all of Portland Metro. So these numbers take a little bigger swath of property. There's some things like commercial and land. There's some things we don't count in our data or evaluate, and they add all of that into theirs. So it does say residential property listing data, but we don't include plexes and things that are residential, but don't. Anyway, the long and short of it is we evaluate it a little differently, but the median is still in the fives in April, and that's moved into the high fives in May. The median in April, or the average in April, was in the low sixes, and that's moved into the upper half of the sixes now in May. It's in inventory in months. We've talked about this. That velocity is that is an anemic low amount of inventory. So not what we want. You definitely want to, we could use more inventory. We could use, a few weeks of 1,000 listings coming to market. It's likely not going to happen. But what is happening, here, let me get this. What is happening is sales are still happening at a decent clip in the face of 6% interest rates. So why is that? Because people get on with their lives and people come to acknowledge what's going on. Interest rates, like I said last week, they're going to start eventually edging down. They've already edged down a little bit, pretty insignificant. I think I looked at a rate sheet that was just right over 6 1/8 for conventional money. So, eventually that money, it's likely that by year's end, that, we'll start seeing those into the high half of the fives. And certainly into 2024, I think that's what's going to happen. And like I said, at least those who I listen to. So That's pretty much the long and short of it on stats. But one thing's for sure. If I'm right and interest rates even edge down and inventory numbers remain as low as they are or similarly low, pricing's going to keep doing what it's doing. So you're always better off knowing that information. If you're thinking about being in the market and making a move, it's just mathematically better to do it now than later. I'm not trying to tell you to sell if you don't want to sell or buy if you don't want to buy. I'm just saying if these are things that you're considering, you have to look at that. And again, this is what people like me are here for, to give you good information, to look at your circumstances and go, is this the right thing for us? Sometimes I say no, frankly, it's not. But when it is the right thing, sometimes people just need to be confident that it is and have somebody help them feel right about doing something. So as always, we're here for you and yours. I'm going to go for a long weekend, but my team this weekend is here for you and yours. So if there's something we can be doing, or you have somebody that comes to mind that you think we should be helping, we'd love to talk to them too. So anyway, as I always say, till the next time.